Slow Night Sleepy Space Stories. Tonight, we shall visit the heart of our solar system, the star that is like a warm mother and the home of all life. It is the grateful presence that wakes us up every morning and brightens the whole world, the sun. Can you feel the warmth within the blanket covering you right now? That very warmth is a tender gift sent by the sun from the distant universe. Now close your eyes and take a journey of the mind toward the source of that cozy sunshine. The sun is actually a star, just like the countless others we see in the night sky. It only looks so huge and dazzling because it is very close to our Earth. In fact, the sun boasts a size so unimaginably vast that it could hold over 1,000,000 Earths inside it. With this massive body, it embraces the entire solar system family in its arms. The sun is not a planet with hard ground to stand on. It is a giant ball of gas burning intensely hot. Like a stove that never goes out, it creates tremendous light and heat all on its own. Because that energy crosses the empty void of space to reach us, flowers can bloom, rivers can flow, and we can breathe and live like this. If you look closely at the surface of the sun, sometimes you can see small black dots called sunspots. These are like little freckles on the sun's face. They appear dark because they are slightly cooler than the surrounding area. Doesn't knowing that even the perfect-looking sun has these cute little spots make it feel a bit more familiar? And surrounding the sun is a mysterious crown of light called the corona. Usually it is too bright to see, but during a total solar eclipse, when the moon hides the sun, it reveals its beautiful form, spreading softly like pearl-colored down feathers. They say it takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds for sunlight to reach the Earth. So, the sunshine you see and feel right now is fresh, warm light that left the sun 8 minutes ago and traveled diligently through space just to arrive here. Think of the devotion of that light, running a long way to gently caress your cheek. It is a truly thankful and affectionate thing. The sun possesses a very powerful force called gravity. With that strength, it holds on tight to all the planets, including Earth, keeping them at just the right distance, so they don't run away or get too close and get hurt. It is like a teacher holding the hands of children dancing in a circle, keeping them steady so they don't fall. Thanks to this, we don't become lost in space, but live safely, traveling the same path every day. Now that hot sun has slowly set, going to wake up our friends on the other side of the Earth. While the sun is away for a while, the moon and stars are guarding the night sky so you can rest assured. Come tomorrow morning, the sun will return with a bright face, just as it always has. Trust in that eternal promise, and for now, it is okay to let your body relax into the darkness. I hope you dream a cozy and peaceful dream, as if you are held in the warm embrace of the sun. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight we set off to find a small star that twinkles, as if playing hide and seek, in the innermost part of the solar system, closest to the sun. It is the shy youngest sibling that reveals itself only for a brief moment, before quickly hiding behind the sun's glare. This is the story of Mercury. Does the warmth of the blanket covering you feel like a gentle ray of sunshine? Embrace that cozy warmth and slowly close your eyes. We are now approaching the intensely hot embrace of the sun, carefully drawing near to the little gray star guarding its side. Mercury is the smallest among the brothers of the solar system. It is petite and cute, much like our Earth's moon. In fact, it looks quite a lot like the moon, too. It bears the pockmarks of countless collisions with space rocks over a long time, engraved all over its face like a quiet, ancient pattern. The dry gray land without water or air is submerged in a perfect silence where no sound can be heard. This little friend has a very cool nickname, the Messenger of the Gods. Just like Hermes in Greek mythology, it zips around the sun as if it has wings on its feet. While it takes Earth a full year to travel around the sun, Mercury needs only 88 days. That is why Mercury is called the most diligent and swift traveler in the solar system. But here is an interesting secret. Although it runs fast, it spins around itself very, very slowly. It takes nearly 2 months for Mercury to turn around just once. So, a day there flows much longer and slower than we can imagine. A world where shadows move so slowly that time seems to have stopped, until the sun rises and sets again. That leisurely pace seems to calmly soothe our hearts, which have been so busy. Mercury does not have a blanket of air to wrap around itself. So, the side facing the sun burns hot enough to boil, while the side turned away freezes in the cold, dark night. It is a place where the temperature of day and night divides sharply, but perhaps because that cold night exists, it can cool down the heat of the universe and take a brief rest. In Earth's sky, we can see Mercury only for a very short moment. In the dawn, just before sunrise, or in the evening twilight right after sunset. It is like a fairy star that shyly peeks out to say, "Good morning" or "Good night," before vanishing again. Even now, Mercury is hovering near that hot sun, diligently running along its own orbit, just like Mercury, which goes its own way, silently, small but strong, enduring the heat. I hope your tomorrow will be filled with small but solid strength. Now, thinking of Mercury hiding behind the sun to take a rest, it is time for you to fade into the most comfortable and deep darkness. You did well today. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight we set off to find the most dazzling jewel in the night sky. Second only to the moon, it is the star that watches over us, twinkling exceptionally, bright and beautiful, in the western sky at sunset or the eastern sky at dawn. Often called the morning star, it is the second planet of our solar system, Venus. Feel the cozy texture of the blanket covering you, and settle into your most comfortable position to ready your mind. We are leaving Earth now, heading towards a mysterious twin sister who resembles Earth. The most, yet possesses a completely different charm. The reason Venus shines with such a beautiful golden light is that it is wearing a dress of very thick, dense clouds. These clouds reflect the sunlight like a mirror, gifting our distant eyes with that brilliant glow. It looks somewhat like a shy girl, layering fine silk veils one over another to hide her face. But hidden beneath those beautiful veils is a fierce passion. Venus is the hottest place among all the planets in the solar system, because the thick blanket of clouds holds the heat tight and doesn't let it escape. It harbors a sweltering warmth, as if we have stepped inside a giant sauna or a greenhouse. You could say this star has the hottest heart, one that never cools down even in the cold of space. Venus hides one more very interesting secret. It dances in the opposite direction of all its friends. While most planets, including Earth, spin counterclockwise, Venus alone turns its body very slowly, leisurely, in a clockwise direction. So if we were standing on Venus, we would see the magical sight of the sun, rising in the west and setting in the east. Furthermore, a single day on Venus is said to be longer than its year. It moves at such a relaxed and unhurried pace that it takes longer to spin around once on its own than to go around the sun. Even in a world where everyone is rushing around, it maintains its own slow tempo, silently rotating. Doesn't it feel like it is teaching us the value of taking our time? High mountains, volcanoes, and vast plains stretch across this world. Although it is an environment where life struggles to exist now, scientists imagine that a long, long time ago, Venus might have had blue oceans too, now hiding all those memories within its hot clouds. Venus burns quietly, all alone. Think of that star which comes to your window first at dawn while we sleep, offering a sparkling greeting. It shines with the brightest light, so that your dreams do not lose their way in the dark night sky. Basking in that warm and bright golden energy, it is now time to fall into a deep sleep without a worry. Under the protection of the most shining star, have a peaceful night. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight, after a long journey through the stars, it is time to return to our cozy home. It is the most beautiful and miraculous planet we meet while drifting through the vast universe, the very place where we stand and live. This is the story of Earth. Can you feel the softness of the bed you are resting on right now? That is proof that the Earth is holding you very dearly and tightly against its chest. So feel safe, let your heart rest easy, and listen to this story. Viewed from deep space, Earth looks like a breathtaking blue marble. Because most of its surface is covered with deep blue oceans, it glows with a mysterious azure light like a brilliant sapphire in the pitch-black darkness. Above it, pure white clouds flow softly like cotton candy, painting a new picture every single day. Earth is situated at the most perfect distance from the sun. It is not too hot and not too cold. It is as if we came in from the harsh outdoors and found a spot right next to the warmest, most cozy fireplace. Thanks to this, rippling water that does not freeze can flow, and miraculous forests where countless lives breathe could be created. The transparent sky wrapping around us, the atmosphere, is Earth's cozy blanket. This thick duvet of air blocks harsh ultraviolet rays from space and holds the Earth's warmth close, allowing us to live in comfort. Have you ever seen a shooting star falling in the night sky? That is a brief greeting sent by small cosmic stones, as they brush against this blanket of air and burn away bright. Even at this very moment, Earth is moving very diligently. It spins round and round to create day and night, deciding for us when to be active and when to rest. It travels in a wide circle around the sun, bringing us the beautiful gifts of the four seasons: the blooming spring, the lush summer, the falling leaves of autumn, and the snowy winter. because it moves so softly and quietly that we cannot even feel it. We can spend our days in peace. It is as if we are passengers cruising through the ocean of the universe, on a giant, steady ship that never shakes. By Earth's side, there is always a best friend, silently watching over us, the moon. The moon circles the Earth, acting as a lamp to light up the night path. And with an invisible force, it pulls and releases the ocean waters, making the sea breathe. The sound of crashing waves might just be the gentle conversation shared between the moon and the earth. It is truly a thankful and fortunate thing that in this vast, vast universe, there is a place where we can rest our hearts at ease. Earth is like a great mother who has embraced and nurtured countless lives for billions of years, and tonight your tired day is being comforted within the embrace of this massive nature. Now, try to feel the breath of the earth in the night air, brushing past your window within the cradle of this blue star that keeps us safe. I hope all your worries scatter far away like the stars in the night sky. Dream a peaceful dream here on earth, the safest and most peaceful place in the world. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight, we are not traveling to a distant place, but rather to meet the closest and kindest friend who watches over us whenever we lift our heads to look out the window. It is the lighthouse of the night that gently illuminates the dark sky. The moon. Can you feel the soft touch of the blanket covering you right now? Just like that soft sensation, let your mind rest comfortably and walk slowly with me into the moonlight. The moon is Earth's only satellite, a companion that has hovered by our side for a very long time, ensuring our nights are not lonely. Like a needle and thread, or perhaps like a shadow, it is a grateful presence that silently accompanies us wherever we go. If you look closely at the face of the moon, you can see speckled patterns that sometimes look like a rabbit pounding rice cakes, or sometimes like the profile of a person's face. People in the old days looked at those dark patches and thought, ah, there must be a sea filled with water there, calling them the seas of the moon. Although they are not filled with real water, they are vast, flat plains formed a long time ago when hot lava cooled down. Just like their name, a truly quiet and calm landscape must be spread out there. The moon has a very romantic and secretive habit. It shows only one side of its face to the earth. Because the moon spins at the exact same speed that it circles the earth, it never takes its eyes off us, just like a partner dancing a waltz. Keeping the back of the moon hidden in secrecy, it gifts us only with its bright smile on the front. The moon is also quite stylish, changing its appearance little by little every day. Some days it becomes a shy, slender crescent moon, and other days it becomes a round, full moon that makes our hearts feel generous, brightening the night sky. It changes its clothes depending on the angle of the sunlight, but in truth, the moon is always there, round and unchanged in size. It is simply telling us a new story each time, through the harmony of light and shadow. The way Earth's oceans breathe, rushing in and out every day, is actually due to the gentle pull sent by the moon. It acts as a conductor, creating a rhythm so the planet can breathe, softly pulling and releasing the seawater with an invisible string. The sound of crashing waves, might just be the whisper shared between the moon and the sea. There is no air on the moon, so the wind does not blow. Because of this, they say, the footprints left by the first humans to step there long ago remain untouched without ever being erased. In a time more still and quiet than anywhere else in the world, those footprints will remember the history of the universe forever. Tonight, that moonlight seeping through the crack in the window is warmly caressing your bedside, just like the moon that has unchangingly guarded the earth. For billions of years, your night will be peaceful and safe. Using that soft moonlight as your blanket, travel now into a deep and comfortable dream. You did well today. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight we will travel to the brother of our Earth, a star that glows with a mysterious red light in the night sky. It is the fourth planet of our solar system, Mars. Feel the coziness of the bed you are lying in, and slowly close your eyes. Follow the sound of my voice. We are passing the moon, crossing the pitch-black darkness, and slowly descending into a world of enchanting red deserts. We call Mars the red planet, but its color is not the angry red of a burning fire. It is more like the deep, rich color of old iron that has rusted over time, a thick and heavy ochre. Imagine a quiet sand dune in an endless desert, softly illuminated by the evening glow. Strangely enough, Mars has quite a lot in common with our Earth. A day on Mars is almost the same length as a day on Earth, so if we were to go there, we wouldn't even need to fix our watches. And because it spins while tilted just like Earth, it also experiences the changes of the four seasons. Of course, the winter there is much longer and colder than ours, but within that flow of seasons, Mars patiently endures its own time. On this red land stands the tallest mountain in the solar system. This giant volcano, named Olympus Mons, is said to be 3 times higher than Mount Everest. Its majestic peak pierces through the clouds and seems to touch the void of space. Only a cold silence and stillness surround that high summit. Imagine the endless plains stretching out beneath that massive mountain. In the night sky of Mars, 2 moons rise. These small satellites, named Phobos and Deimos, are not round and pretty like our moon. They look a bit rugged, like lumpy potatoes, but they have faithfully guarded Mars for a very long time, busily crossing the night sky. A night on Mars, where 2 moons rise and set, might feel a little more colorful and less lonely than we think. Sometimes red dust storms blow and cover the entire planet. But when the wind dies down, perfect silence returns. And when sunset comes, a very special scene unfolds, different from Earth. Instead of a red sky, a mysterious and calm blue sunset appears, a cool blue twilight settling over a red desert. Doesn't just thinking about it feel dreamy and beautiful? Even now, in that distant place, small robot explorers sent from Earth are rolling their wheels slowly, traveling across the uninhabited wasteland. Someday, in the very distant future, it might become a new home, where humanity settles down. Mars might be quietly waiting for us just like that. Now, watching the landscape where a blue sunset falls over red sand dunes, it is time to release the tension in your mind and rest comfortably. Just like Mars, which feels strange yet somehow familiar, I hope your dreams are filled with new adventures and peace. Be at peace tonight. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight we are going to meet the most massive and magnificent king of our solar system. Traveling past Mars to a place very far away, we find the fifth planet boasting a size so immense that it could hold over 1,000 Earths inside it. This is the story of Jupiter. Just like the blanket wrapping around you right now, imagine this with a mind as wide and cozy as space itself. We have crossed the pitch-black universe to arrive before this sturdy star, the eldest brother of all the planets. Jupiter has an appearance as overwhelming and mysterious as its size. If you look through a telescope, you can see beautiful stripes layered across its surface. It looks as if a painter took a brush loaded with paint and gently drew horizontal lines across a canvas. Ochre, brown, and white clouds flow side by side without mixing, creating a look that is always elegant and orderly. Between those stripes, there is a single red dot deeply embedded, known as the Great Red Spot. In truth, this is the eye of a giant storm that has been spinning without pause for hundreds of years. Close up, it would be a fierce and rough wind, but from where we are, safe in the distance, it looks like a mysterious red jewel. It resembles a large, unblinking eye staring quietly out into the universe. Watching that eternal rotation makes you feel as if time itself has stood still. Jupiter does not have hard ground for us to stand on. Unlike Earth, which is made of rock and soil, it is a gas giant made of very thick gases and clouds. If we were to descend onto Jupiter, we would feel like we are sinking slowly, very deeply, into endless soft clouds. It would be like burrowing into a fluffy cotton duvet. This giant planet is not just big, it is also a very strong guardian. Jupiter is so heavy and has such strong gravity that it pulls dangerous comets or asteroids, flying from outside the solar system towards itself. It acts as a shield, blocking stones that might otherwise fly towards Earth. Like a reliable big brother protecting his younger sibling, it serves as a cosmic shield so that we can sleep peacefully. Surrounding Jupiter are countless moons keeping it company. There are so many of them that Jupiter looks like a miniature solar system of its own. Moons like Europa, covered in ice, and Ganymede, which is larger than our own moon, are dancing round and round in the embrace of giant Jupiter. The sight of these baby stars gathered around their mother planet looks truly peaceful and affectionate, doesn't it? Now it is time to leave the sturdy guardian Jupiter behind and return to your warm bed. Even while we sleep, Jupiter will be out there in the distance, silently maintaining the order of the solar system with its immense gravity. Thinking of that grand and spacious embrace, lay down all the burdens of your heart and fall into a deep rest. The vast ocean of clouds will hold your dreams warmly. You did well today. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight, we are going to visit a star, often called the most beautiful jewel in the solar system. It is a place that everyone has likely dreamed of visiting at least once, while looking up at the night sky. If we journey past Jupiter and venture a little deeper into the dark, we meet the sixth planet, the one wearing a magnificent golden hat. This is the story of Saturn. Feel the softness of the bed you are lying on, and picture a large, beautiful golden sphere in your mind. It is more spectacular than any other star, yet it radiates a light that is incredibly elegant and calm. The reason Saturn is called the jewel of the universe is probably because of the mysterious rings that encircle its waist. From far away, they look like a smooth record or the wide brim of a hat. But if you were to get closer, you would see that they are actually a dance of countless pieces of ice. From snowballs the size of your fist to icebergs as big as a house, innumerable icy grains are spinning round and round Saturn. When these cold pieces of ice catch the sunlight, they sparkle dazzlingly, as if someone scattered diamond dust across the sky. Saturn is like a stylish gentleman who has traveled the universe for billions of years, wearing this brilliant band of light. But this giant and majestic-looking planet hides a very cute secret. Although Saturn is enormous in size, its inside is filled with very light gas. It is so light that if there were a bathtub in the universe, big enough to hold it, and we filled it with water, Saturn would not sink but would float gently on top, just like a tube used for swimming, or a soap bubble drifting lightly in the air. To think that such a massive body is actually as soft and light as cotton candy. It's quite fascinating and lovely, isn't it? If you look closely at the surface of Saturn, you can see stripes that look like soft cream and golden paint mixed together. These are the textures of clouds created by the winds blowing on Saturn. Rather than a rough storm, they look like the smooth, flexible flow of milk foam slowly spreading over a warm latte. Watching those peaceful colors makes you feel as if the cluttered thoughts in your head are being tidied up calmly. By Saturn's side, there are many moons keeping it company, including a very famous friend named Titan. Like baby birds following their mother, dozens of small moons rely on Saturn's gravity, living together in harmony. They do not collide, but keep to their own paths, moving gracefully in time with the dance of the giant rings. Now shall we take a mental stroll along those golden rings, walking slowly along the path of ice where starlight shatters? We feel the vastness and silence of the universe with our whole body. Let those wide rings of Saturn become a fence that safely guards your dreams. Within that cozy embrace, I hope you find deep and undisturbed rest. You did well today. Good night. Slow night, sleepy space stories. Tonight we will travel to a place very far and very quiet, to a star that holds a color as mysterious as a dream. Let your body and mind, tired from the long day, sink deeply into your bed and slowly follow the sound of my voice. We are heading past Saturn into the deeper darkness to find the seventh planet, Uranus. Those who first saw this star through a telescope must have been captivated by its beautiful hue. It is not a deep, dark blue, nor is it quite green, but a soft, gentle aquamarine light. It looks like a clear, precious jade bead, carefully placed upon the black canvas of the universe. This place bears a grand and majestic name, the King of the Heavens, named after Uranus, the god of the sky in Greek mythology. But contrary to its imposing name, Uranus is actually the calmest and quietest ice giant in our solar system. Uranus has a very special habit that makes it different from all other stars. While Earth and other planets spin upright like spinning tops, Uranus lies comfortably on its side, rolling along its path. Imagine a giant ball slowly rolling across the sky. No one knows exactly why it decided to spin this way, but perhaps Uranus is the most leisurely traveler in the universe. Just like you are lying comfortably under your warm blankets right now, Uranus is exploring space in the most relaxed posture possible. Because of this, the nights and days there are very long. While one side faces the sun, the other sleeps in deep darkness for decades. Surrounding this pale green star are very faint, dark rings, and the moons that guard it have truly romantic names. Instead of being named after tough mythological heroes, they carry the names of fairies and spirits from Shakespeare's plays. Oberon, Titania, Ariel. Just saying their names feels like watching fairies dance in the night. Sky, doesn't it? These little moons watch over the resting planet, circling the cosmos like a scene from a fairy tale. Uranus is also known to be the coldest place in the planetary system. In that extreme cold, far below freezing, everything is so still it feels as if time itself has frozen. But that coldness is not biting. Think of it as a clear, transparent coolness that empties your mind. It is a place where you can blow away your complicated, noisy thoughts, like a puff of white breath into the winter air. Now picture that soft aquamarine star shining gently in the distance. Match your breathing to the rhythm of that giant planet, rolling slowly, ever so slowly, through the void. Just like Uranus, traveling in the most comfortable position in the universe, it is time for you to settle into your most comfortable position and drift into the world of deep sleep. The mysterious stars of the fairies will watch over your dreams. Have a peaceful night. Good night. Slow Night Sleepy Space Stories. Tonight, we will embark on a journey to the very edge of our solar system, to a mysterious planet that holds the deep, shimmering color of a vast ocean. It is a place so far from Earth that even sunlight takes a long, long time to reach it. This is the story of Neptune. Feel the soft comfort of the blanket covering you right now, and slowly close your eyes. Imagine that we are leaving behind the bright lights of the city, swimming through the quiet, deep sea of the universe. Neptune, true to its name, looks like a giant blue sapphire, floating in the velvet darkness of space. Its color is so deep and mysterious that just looking at it makes you feel calm, as if you are sinking into the depths of a tranquil sea. It is no wonder it was named after Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, for it truly resembles a celestial ocean. This world is not made of hard rock like the ground we stand on. It is known as an ice giant, a massive collection of cold gas and ice. Though it looks soft, like cotton candy from afar, it is actually wrapped in thick, deep layers of clouds. Neptune is known to have the fastest winds in the solar system. But in our imagination tonight, let those winds not be a storm, but a grand, low lullaby sung by the universe. The swirling clouds move elegantly like blue paint, slowly spreading in clear water. If you let yourself drift in that immense flow, It feels as though all your worries are being gently blown away. Next to this blue giant, there is a very special friend named Triton. Triton is Neptune's moon, and it is quite a unique character. Unlike other moons that follow the crowd, Triton dances in the opposite direction, circling Neptune in a retrograde orbit. It is as if it is whispering, "I will follow my own path," moving freely and proudly around its planet. Triton is one of the coldest places in the universe, but even in that freezing air, beautiful geysers of ice rise up from the surface. Imagine transparent ice crystals catching the faint starlight, sparkling as they scatter into the void. Just thinking about it brings a sense of cool, clear peace to the mind. Long ago, before mathematicians ever saw this planet through a telescope, they predicted it would be there just by using numbers. Even when unseen, we knew something was there. Just like how even with your eyes closed, you can feel that peaceful sleep is waiting right beside you. Now, it is time to leave the azure glow of Neptune behind and return to the warmth of your bed. Far away at the edge of the solar system, that blue planet will silently keep its place, guarding the gates of our celestial neighborhood while you sleep. Keep that deep ocean-like peace in your heart and let yourself slowly drift into a dream. You did well today. Good night. Slow Night Sleepy Space Stories. Tonight, let us embark on a journey to the deepest, most secret corner of our solar system. It is a place so far away that even if we were to travel at the speed of light, it would take over 5 long hours to reach. It is a world of unimaginable distance and profound silence. Once it was loved as the ninth and youngest sibling of our planetary family, and now, under the new name of Dwarf Planet, it is quietly writing its own story in the dark. This is the story of Pluto, just like the warm blanket covering you right now. I hope you can let go of all the tension in your body and listen with a peaceful heart. The place where Pluto resides is a realm where sunlight barely reaches. The sun we see every day appears there as nothing more than a particularly bright star in the night sky. It is a world draped in an eternal twilight, where a perfect stillness flows untouched by any noise. For a very long time, this small star wore the heavy crown of being a planet. But as time passed, we came to realize something important. We discovered that Pluto was not alone. We found that around it, countless friends made of ice and rock, just like Pluto, were dancing together in the deep dark. So Pluto did not lose its place. Instead, it became the first king of a vast ice garden, known as the Kuiper Belt. It wasn't a demotion, but rather a discovery of a wider, freer world, where it truly belongs among its kin. If you look closely at the face of Pluto, you will find a truly mysterious and beautiful mark. It is a giant, bright white shape of a heart. It is as if from the cold edge of the universe, it is sending a message of love to us here on Earth, holding that clear, beautiful heart against the darkness. This heart-shaped land is actually a vast glacier made of frozen nitrogen. Although the surface is incredibly cold, it looks as peaceful and soft as a field of fresh, white snow, or a smooth spread of sweet cream. Above these white plains, the wind blows ever so slowly, and sometimes a thin mist rises, showing us the leisurely flow of time in that distant world. Pluto has a companion, a best friend named Charon. Usually a moon circles around a planet, but Pluto and Charon are a little different. They are like two dancers holding hands, facing each other, spinning around a shared center in the empty space. What is even more romantic is that they always show the same face to one another. From Pluto, Charon always looks the same, and from Charon, Pluto never turns away. In the pitch-black darkness, looking only at each other, they are dancing a waltz that will never end. In the year 2015, by Earth's time, we sent a small traveler named New Horizons to visit them. After flying silently through space for 9.5 years, leaving Earth far behind, it finally met Pluto. The pictures this little traveler sent back showed that Pluto was much more colorful and beautiful than we had imagined. It was a small but wondrous world, painted in shades of red, orange, and blinding white. Pluto is still traveling its vast, slow orbit, taking a staggering 248 years to go around the sun just once. Even if we lived our entire lives, the seasons on Pluto wouldn't even change twice. That is how slow and deep time flows there. No matter how fast and complicated our world becomes, please remember that at the far edge of the universe, Pluto is there keeping its own pace, silently following its own path without wavering. I hope its calm and steadfast presence brings a deep sense of comfort to your heart tonight. Now imagine the soft snow of sleep falling over Pluto's white icy plains. In that silence, your breathing becomes deeper and more relaxed. Dream of that heart-shaped star shining in the distance and drift into a peaceful slumber. Good night.